Welcome and thank you for coming to PlayLegit.net. This is Vexamillion, and tonight I'll be reviewing, or today rather, Destiny, the long anticipated game from the creators of Halo, Bungie. There's been a lot of hype surrounding this game. This is not only just a review, this is more of like a critical recap of, what was expected, what was delivered, and I'm pretty sure everybody in the world's pretty much already purchased this game. It's sold through the roof. It's done phenomenal numbers, which is a good thing and a bad thing. In general, it's a cause for concern. And I'm going to break down why. First and foremost, Bungie's not really known for their visuals. They're known for their gameplay. I'm going to touch on that, which to me, I think one of the few things in the game that really caught my attention early on was the way that the AI behaved. It made it really difficult to approach these enemies on your own. Everything is team orientated, straight up some of the most intelligent AI I've ever pretty much encountered. No cheapness, no constant barrages of bullets or bullet sponges approaching you. Tactical, a whole different set of methods that games generally don't tend to have. They're either cheap enemies coming your way, kind of like Uncharted. They're just eating bullets and shooting at you senselessly, but you can get across that so easy. This game, in terms of that, flawless. Really impressed. As you progress through the game, of course, they behave different according to the enemy types. No complaints from mine on that department. I really think Bungie's always been ahead of the curve on that. The planets, they look fantastic. The visuals are dope, but I don't feel out the gate there's enough content in there. Yeah, they might be with DLC, but visually I wanted to see, more in terms of variety, but I guess you kind of got to fall back because they are doing an MMO and there might be things trickling down the pipeline later on. Now, from a sense of AI, graphics, really, really well done. What ties into the graphics is map design. Now, coming from the perspective of approaching campaign, yeah, it's dope. It really looks good. The one thing that really kills it for me is the multiplayer approach to map design, but that's a whole nother thing. So far as campaign, it's, I don't think, valid of the purchase amount, but there are other things that are in play that'll help you get your money's worth eventually down the line. But if you don't have online, don't get this game. It's not worth your money. You got to be online to really fully flesh out the experience. This is where things start to get ugly. The online map design is one of the worst I've ever seen out of this company. Even if the game ran well, which it doesn't, it's got a bunch of online issues which have been heavily addressed in the forums, but Bungie seems to say they want to do something about it, but yet and still people are constantly getting disconnected. Even if it was to run smooth, the map design is completely hideous. I don't know what people from Bungie are left that actually designed games for Halo, but this seems garbage, to say it in the most professional term. I really have never expected this kind of average map design. It runs horrible. The game seems highly unbalanced. It's been debated online. I've seen it in forums. Everybody says that their guns do equal damage, but there is this disbalance in the way that you get matched up with people who've already unlocked certain abilities. So in terms of being able to jump in, have fun, and hop off, they've completely destroyed the opportunity for that. Matches can't be accessed unless you unlock this by getting to this level. They're really taking this grinding into account. And there's no method to the madness. Everything is based on luck. This game has been reduced to basically a bunch of idiots standing in front of a cave farming. Is that what you're paying $60 for is to sit in front of a cave and shoot AI so you can unlock armor. And I know that they didn't have special tasks in line for you to unlock things, because then it'll become, you know, what it's become with other Halos. People helping each other out or working against each other to unlock a special helmet. This is their way of finding a solution for that, but that's not a real game. I give this game 3 motherfuckers out of 5. You know, I'm really disappointed that given the amount of time they've had to invest in the game, the amount of hype behind it, it really leaves a sour taste. Now, I know it's not fair to review it at this point in the game because, you know, you have things like the Vault of Glass and future raids you have that are there and in place to enhance the experience. But in the meantime, we're basically reduced to doing the same missions in different difficulties over and over again. In terms of what they had to work with, the amount of time and the funding from Activision, I am surprised this came out such a mediocre product.